My curiosity.
Oh my
Wow, is that up?
Welcome back to the first LooneyBin Podcast episode of 2023.
Woo!
I'm sitting here with my fellow casters. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Tyler. I'm 23. Currently live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. At the address, you wish. You're not getting my address.
And I'm Patrick.
And he's Patrick. And we're late, just like usual. The reason that we're late, though, is
It's because of you.
unusual. Quite unusual. It was my fault. I was walking home in the blizzard, crazy blizzard. Hopefully none of you are driving this evening. And I saw this package discarded just carelessly in a trash receptacle. And Patty was actually with me. We were walking back from the old corner store.
Adams.
And,
hey, if you're ever in Minneapolis, check out Adams.
Yep, we were buying some Swishers.
yeah, Swisher Sweets.
And yeah. Let's crack her open.
Hey, that's for the end.
There you go.
We can't open it. Hey, are we gonna keep them engaged? They gotta know what's in the package.
Crack her open.
No, we're keeping them hostage right here.
It's just
They
gonna
don't get to
sit
know-
It's just going to sit right in front of us.
obscuring us.
It's like an appetizer, you know. You eat a little
That's
bit,
not
and
an
then you're just
an
ready.
appetizer is at the beginning. This would be a dessert.
This
It's
is
this opening
this
is the appetizer.
payoff. So it's sitting here right now is the what I said. I said Chekhov's present, similar to Chekhov's gun in a film or a story. But you guys want to know what's going to happen with this?
That's not what a Chekhov's gun is.
What?
Chekhov's gun is something that happens at the beginning that, you know, comes up later, but it's supposed to seem innocuous at its outset.
This seems innocuous.
No, it doesn't. You presented it as, look at this great gift
massive,
we're
heavy
going to
present.
open it at the end. We're going to open it. That's not okay. That's fine.
We're gonna open it at the end.
The viewers, the
We're gonna
first
open it when Patrick decides.
the
it's time
first
to open
viewer to comment on the present. When that happens, then we're going to open it. Until Twitch chat brings up the present.
Yeah, not including Preston.
Not including Preston, we're not going to touch it. So we might just not even open it today.
God,
it. That actually.
No,
would be ideal.
we'll open
that
it
would
tonight.
suck.
No, we're not gonna open
All
it.
right,
If
so we're not
nobody
gonna
brings
open
it
it.
up, we're not opening. Actually, we're not gonna open it in general.
There's something in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
no
heavy too.
way.
That thing
You
is
know what it
weighty.
is.
I don't know what it is.
I thought it
You
was
know
like.
what it is. I don't know what it
I
is.
don't know what it is.
I don't
thought
know
it was
what
a
it
weighted
is.
blanket
Who
because
did
I
it?
picked it up and it was so heavy.
Who did this?
Whoever threw it out on the street.
Gold.
It's
Whatever.
gold. Yeah. As if.
Well, here we are. 2023.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Resolutions have been made.
Have they?
I didn't make any.
I
never have.
they've been
I don't
made and they've
think I
been broken
will.
already. So
What?
That's where we're
Do you
at.
guys remember your resolutions from last year?
No.
Maybe that's a bad.
did not make.
Maybe that's a
don't.
bad thing to do.
Well,
Talking about. You
I didn't have any.
didn't have any.
I was
No.
gonna say also did not have any.
My resolution, I remember,
Mine
was.
I guess mine was to survive.
That's. I think you succeeded.
And I did. Yeah.
You're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, here on the LooneyBin podcast.
Yeah.
For the third, fourth, fifth time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I said out loud my to multiple people what my resolution was for last year, and it was to call my friends more on the phone.
Yeah,
Tyler,
I
did
haven't
you get
gotten
any
a call
calls?
yet.
Did you get any calls?
I have yet to get a call.
I didn't get any calls, but I have spent a lot more time with you.
Yeah. But I think it's more of like a going out of my way to make a connection with my friends when we're not, living together or just like together for any random reason.
Yeah.
And
I get it. So you're trying to exclude me right here.
You can make
what?
Yeah, trying to make an exception, huh?
I
Making
think it would be nice
I
if
haven't
you,
felt seen, Nate.
Okay.
if you
So-
if you gently express how you think you did. How do you think you did?
Gently?
We're
be gentle
3
with
days
yourself.
in?
Be gentle
3
with
days
yourself.
in.
No, this was last year's.
Oh, last year. That's right. It was last year's.
This is a difficult thing. I knew
How do you
making that
quantify
resolution.
that? You know? Do you feel closer with the people around? How do you quantify something like that? Also,
Quantify calling people?
yeah, or just
I
feeling
feel like
close.
I saw more
It's
Nate
not that,
last
though.
year.
Building closeness.
It's not that. It's more of like a actually like making the effort to call my friends and
yeah. Building closeness and reaching out more.
I think
reaching
the
out
last
more,
365
making the connection,
days.
making the
Right.
connection myself. I did not do very well. I think maybe made one call that wasn't like some sort of call that needed to be made for some activity or business reason.
I know
So
at least
it
one you
didn't
gave
go
me.
well. What?
You sent me at least one call this summer.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, good for me.
So you got at least 2.
Wow.
So there you go.
Guys, I did better than I thought.
Literally twice as well. 100% better.
Wow.
Double the improvement.
That's when you put it that way, I think I succeeded.
There you go.
Nice. So you guys don't remember any past resolutions that
Oh, I 100% have never put a resolution into.
Yeah, I don't take the opportunity of New Year's to do a thing like setting intentions. I try and just kind of let that happen when it strikes. I don't know. Don't want to force it.
Yeah. I can. Yeah, I think there.
But it is. I don't know if it is it's a good thing to, especially in your case. I think your resolution was very nice.
Yeah, it definitely depends.
It's
on
kind
how-
of. Oh, my bad.
Well, just how you frame it in your mind, and how like if you don't succeed on that sort of stuff, like if you are gonna.
And it's like, are you shaming yourself? Is
Right,
it like
exactly.
I need to eat less
Right.
of this thing. I need to watch less of this thing. I need to do this thing more because I'm failing and I'm shit.
Right.
That I don't think that's where a good that's what the word resolution brings to mind in me, which is a little bit.
I think that's a
It's a
stereotypical.
little icky.
The gym.
Yeah, the stereotypical New Year's resolution is a little icky.
Yeah.
Resolving something.
Not any fault of the people who are doing them, obviously, but just conceptually.
Yeah, like the idea of resolution means that there's a problem.
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
sometimes there is, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe some things they are like actual resolutions. But having that word for like, calling your friends more often. It's not necessarily that you're being problematic about it.
It's that you're trying to make a positive change. Not that you
Right.
are bad. It's that you want to do this good thing. Yeah.
Yes. Well, do we have any new?
A New Year's proclamation.
Yes, exactly. See, that's what all you tuners out there.
Tuners.
Those are what our fans are called.
What are you tuning?
Looney tuners.
Looney Tuners.
Bin heads.
That's what you should do. It's not you're not making a resolution, making a proclamation.
I'm gonna kiss my friends more often.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna
What kind of kiss?
be smoochy.
French?
Wet.
Wet. It's not quite French,
Wet
but
and wild.
Yeah. That comes into my other proclamation, which is that I'm gonna drink more water.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All
that is a good
around
one.
great health proclamation.
Yeah, so I'm gonna drink more water, and I'm gonna make sure that my immune system is up by giving out smooches.
I was gonna say for me, I think it's got to be somewhere along the. I gotta go to the doctor more. If I say I'm gonna go to the doctor, I got some sort of reason. I should actually pull through on that.
That's a good.
That's something I've been just avoiding. That dentist.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 100% one of those people where it's like, mom always made the appointments. I'm not gonna go if mom doesn't do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I live over here now. Do I make an appointment at the old clinic or do I just make a new one? Do I actually get a doctor? Like that idea is wild that like you have a doctor that you use for everything.
Yeah.
Like the idea of like a family doctor, like this one man takes care of the health of your
Does it
whole
all.
family.
Really?
Or woman.
Yeah,
Man or woman.
He's
Man
in
or woman.
charge of
When
keeping
my
all of
sister-
you alive.
Yeah, when my sister turned 18 and like went to our like family doctor for the last time, and like that was what like me and all my siblings went to this doctor all growing up. So like this woman had known our family and whatever for, 22, 23 years. And now we're done.
Dang, just dropped him.
Well, no, it's how it works. That's not like what she does.
Oh,
For whatever reason. I think that there are a lot it's more like family medicine. There are things where like it doesn't matter if you're, I don't know, whatever. It's weird that like she was our doctor for so long, and now I didn't know her that well. I don't
Just
even-
gone, passed away.
But just spent a lot of time with my mom, especially. 'Cause anytime any of us went to the doctor, she would take us, and she was a good pediatrician.
You put it that way, and it sounds kind of fun. I'm just gonna have somebody that I'll know for the next 20 years, and
right, just a family friend.
just kind of a bud eventually. I
and
mean, obviously not a
because-
bud. You can't be having
Senior rector.
Yeah, and I mean,
fun little relations with your doctor, but just somebody. That,
in all likelihood, it's just gonna be
not
kids,
every couple of weeks.
Kids
but
get some real bad ear infections, some bad
Right.
strep throats. My sister had some crazy like H1N1 when she was little. I had some nutso ear problems when I was little. But like nothing crazy went down, so. But seems like a nice.
You know what this makes me think of? I've actually been kind of thinking this. And I thought, when was the last time I had strep throat? And I thought about it. I was like, it's been a long time. Probably not since like
It's a kid thing.
early high school, middle school. Is it a kid thing just because like
Because you got a little shrimp ass throat, and you're always eating rocks and worms and shit. I don't think that's
Shrimp
really
throat.
why.
But
I don't
like,
think that's why.
But the thing is, you don't.
But
get
it is.
that as
I know
much.
it is. I know it is a kid thing. I
But
know it is.
It's just kids get sick so often. It's such a common thing. And that makes me think of the Middle Ages. And it's like kids got sick so often, but like
but it would get them. But also, they didn't have school. They did not go to school.
that's
They went
what
out
I'm
to the
wondering. It's
fields
like,
instead.
Did kids back then get as sick as kids today?
They probably
It's
had
interesting.
better immune systems.
Maybe. I mean,
I don't know if they.
when I was in 7th grade, there's a story my friends like to tell of I had 2 Oreos in my lunch, and I took off the cream, popped it open perfectly, took off the cream of both of these, rolled it up into a little ball, and then Preston, fellow Looney Binner, slapped it out of my hand, and it landed in the hood of a person. I went over and I like plucked it out of the kid's hood without them noticing. And in that plucking, it dropped onto the ground for a split second. But it's the fucking cafeteria floor, and we were the 3rd lunch of the day.
Oh god!
You cannot.
Wait, was
eat
this
that.
was
You
this
cannot eat
winter?
that.
Was this
A
winter, fall, or
CR.
spring?
I don't know, but
Because
But
that
anyway,
drastically changes the condition of the
I think
floor.
fall is best.
Okay.
In that, and I
It
and I agree
definitely
with you,
is.
but I don't. But I think it was more. I think if I wanted to take a gander, I'd say it was spring.
Okay.
I picked it up and I ate it off the ground. 7th grade.
Strep throat. Immediately
technically,
after?
well, no,
Stricken.
it's probably 12, 13. I threw up
Immediately?
like an hour and a half later. I threw up
God.
during 7th hour, right like 20 minutes before the end of the day. So I just like, they were like, I went down to the nurse. I was like, I threw up, whatever. I called my mom and I was like, do you feel sick? I was like, not really. I just was a little nauseous. Fucking puked it up. I'm fine now. It's like, all right, well, you can just go home now. But that by the time that ordeal happened, it was the end of the day. I just walked home.
And were you fine right up? Like, it was just the gotta get it out.
Yeah, I just got to get it out. Got to get, like, my body knew.
It's not supposed to be in here.
No. Whatever this eggshell white slime orb
So
wherever it's been is not good. Like I want to see. Have you ever seen Osmosis Jones? The movie Osmosis Jones.
That's a great movie.
It felt, in retrospect, it kind of feels like that, where I'm eating the
like
egg
you
off
can imagine the
windowsill, it's
POV
been
of
shit
the
on or something.
So yeah, because like already your body just eating the Oreo cream, just without the floor or hood garbage. Already
Your body's not gonna.
it's not
gonna
liking that.
It's not gonna appreciate that. It's gonna
No.
be fine.
Right.
I'm a person.
It's
I
gonna
have
say,
a very
okay,
I have a varied
fine.
diet, you know. But a little orb of Oreo
yeah.
cream is like not fuel.
No.
Really.
How much of that of you eating that was peer pressure from Preston?
No, I wanted it.
Oh,
You wanted it even after it fell on the floor?
Yeah, I
You're
wanted
like,
it.
no, I'm going for it.
It tasted fine, dude.
No. Well, there
It
you go.
tasted it tasted like sugar.
Yeah, I was gonna say with that much sugar,
And it can mask
hard.
any amount of dust bunny or 11-year-old spit or ribicue sauce
Unimaginable.
dripped on the ground.
Ribicue?
Yeah, that's what they call the little Salisbury steak. The McRib. The McRib. We had
You guys
ri-
said McRibs?
we had McRibs.
I was
And they were
gonna
called
say, we had them
ribicus.
as well.
Ribicus.
I think we just call them ribs, like McRibs.
so did you? So
just
you?
call 'em
So
McRibs?
this is
On the signs it said McRib.
No, we like the school would call it like rib sandwich or whatever.
Right, okay.
But like we just called it McRib.
Yeah.
It's McRib day.
Yeah.
So okay, so this rib thing. This is not, because you know how it had like a shape. It had the shape of ribs. It had
Yeah.
kind of like the
They
long and
pressed
then
it.
skinny and long.
They
and
had a
skinny and
mold. They put the
Oh, yeah.
But it's all ground.
Yep. They
Meat
put this.
that
They
they
put this.
You
meat
hope it's meat.
ooze. It must have been some kind of.
I mean, there's
something.
probably some bone in there. You got something else.
It's
in
just
there.
Whatever.
all
They
thrown
put
into
the.
a
They
cruncher.
slink this marrow into the mold.
No better than a hot dog.
They press it, and it comes out, and they slather it in barbecue sauce.
So you can't
Oh,
taste
that
the damn
sauce is
thing.
so good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty
Nate,
good. And anyways, I didn't have to go to the doctor for that Oreo cream ball. So
I think that's a win. I think ultimately that is a win.
I think that's a win for modern children over
that'd
ancient
probably
children's
kill a
immune
Victorian
system.
child.
Yeah, I don't know. They'd never been
Had
exposed.
Oreos.
Well,
They didn't have sugar.
I don't know. They lived because we're here, so they survived whatever they did. But the infant mortality,
Probably high.
child mortality.
Yeah. Not great.
So Nate, I just thought about this. So I've seen TikToks and things of people who will order essentially school lunches. They'll
Okay.
buy boxes of school lunches, and I think that would be fun for us to do with you.
Why?
Because you never
You're
got to do
homeschooled.
it.
You didn't have
I
the
went to high
public
school.
school lunches.
Yeah, well, fuck.
Yeah, I had
You got hot
4
lunch?
years of
Doesn't
it.
count.
And you got hot lunch.
Yeah. I had the rib. That's how I knew what the rib was.
Then why were you asking about it? I figured you hadn't had it.
No, I was
Have
asking
you
about
ever?
it because I remembered.
What are some
All right,
things?
you would.
God, I know what we should do. We should go out to the fucking playground and just play some tag.
Bullying me.
Yeah, we'll bully you.
Did you ever? Yeah, well, bully shit. No, what?
Oh, is
The-
this
the
your
things-
first year here?
the thing-
New kid, huh?
The things I did at recess. I mean, I play Wizards, play Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson was the
play
classic.
football, play Snow Wars, play Boxin' Roxin'. You ever play Boxin' Roxin'?
No, what's
I've
that?
never played Boxing Roxin. That
Boxin'
sounds
Roxin'.
German.
No, Boxin' Roxin'.
does.
I don't know if every school. Boxin' Roxin' is based on a little book where these kids form a little playground economy, society, prepping you for capitalism. And we were all so ensnared and so cool. They're making this little town with little banks and little currency and little whatever.
You
These little
charge
kids
each
are
other
doing it.
interest,
And we did it. We fucking did it. We were charging people acorns. We did it out at the kickball squares. You could rent a kickball square to set up a little business. And it was kind of awesome.
You were just playing like big scale Monopoly.
Well, no, because it wasn't late stage capitalism, you know? It was, and it honestly,
Like barter,
in retrospect,
sorta?
it operates a little bit more like it was more of a gift economy, which I could talk about gift economy until I'm fucking dead because it sounds so cool and interesting, and like it could operate on a high level without capitalism, just in a society that is a lot less fragmented and atomized than America, where like people are in more communities or like living in, you know, community units that operate as units rather than every man for himself sort of tactic. And that's kind of what it felt like because we would sort of team up and like me and Preston would like, you know, open a restaurant or open a bank or do whatever, and we would like be operating as an entity and whatever. It was weird. I don't know. Boxing Roxin.
Dang.
That's what we did at recess. That's what
That doesn't even sound like a game. That's not just
TD
like
kids. It wasn't.
That doesn't even sound like a. Oh, it's recess. Let's play boxing.
It was a
sounds
phenomenon.
Like we've been playing this for like months. Like this is like getting on the Minecraft server.
It had that same. It had sort of that effect. This predates Minecraft though. Minecraft didn't happen until 6th grade.
Damn.
So elementary school. What did we do? Read books. Gross. Played Pajama Sam.
You
on
throw
my cousin's
snowballs
computer?
at each other and
Zoo
they get
Tycoon?
yelled at.
God,
That's what
Boxing
it was.
Roxin.
no, Boxing Roxin.
That was my favorite in recess. It would snow and you'd throw snowballs at each other, and you know it's their job. It makes sense, but the recess attendant and they just yell at you for throwing snowballs at each other because
they can't trust you not to
throw rocks.
make sure
Nice.
that they can't trust you to make sure that there's not chunks of ice or rocks in those, right? When you go home and you're in your backyard, for some reason of course you can have a snowball fight.
Yeah.
But behind the school, it did seem like there was a much higher probability that you would pick up a chunk of snow,
There's
and it
something
would
a little
be
shady about
and
it.
it would be a little bit of a danger.
I want to know about this. I'm still thinking about something earlier, which was the idea of school lunches. I want to know everybody's favorite school lunch. For us, we had breaded pork steak, and that was the best of the
awesome.
day.
That sounds pretty
It was
good.
like schnitzel. They'd cover it in gravy. They'd have mashed potatoes and corn. And like
I would eat that. I
obviously
never
there
had
were a
anything
lot
like
of people that, and then you know you could always switch it up. My buddy Josh, he loved he always would eat it with branch, a little barbecue ranch, a little
Branch.
mixture. Yeah, he
I've
called it
never
branch.
heard that.
Trademarked. Josh, you still got to get on that. I don't know if you're in the stream here, but I'm still waiting to be able to buy
I bet they have it.
Heinz branch.
I bet they did a little Heinz line of mix them up like mayo chup and stuff. It's crazy that I haven't seen a branch though.
No.
He swore by it. Never tried it to be honest, but yeah, we'd have breaded pork steak.
It
That
sounds
was
good.
like the ideal. That was the number one. I think our class voted it as the top of lunch.
District 11 did not have anything actually good. They had things that tasted sort of good because it was just fucking nothing. That one of our entrees was garlic bread.
Oh no, we had that too.
One of our entrees
Oh, wait,
was
yeah.
it was a piece
Yeah.
of bread
It was
with
like
garlic
cheesy.
butter and cheese, cheesy bread.
Yeah.
It was the one day
Cheesy garlic bread.
Yeah, you'd have it. It would be like this big.
Yep.
They'd be like, "Oh, it's big, so that counts as an entree, right?"
That's
They
like,
give
but that's
you some
like,
marinara too.
but yeah, I get fucking
Like, oh, you're getting
megabyte
tomatoes.
You've heard about megabyte, right?
No.
No,
Let-
what the fuck is megabyte?
Megabyte at our school, if you wanted seconds, you had to ask for megabyte, which is the craziest name.
So
It was such.
It wasn't just
growing
like-
up. It was so normal. It was so normalized, and then
Right, yeah.
getting out of high school and going to college, it's like it's crazy that was called megabyte.
but
It wasn't just like, "Hey, can
I
I,
feel
get
like-
seconds?"
Right,
It was
so
like, "Hey,
why-
can I have
why-
megabyte today?"
Yeah, can I get a megabyte
why
today?
did they brand it as megabyte? Because obviously
There must have been
seconds
some reason.
has always been the term to say like, I want more food after this first portion of this meal.
I'd like my second portion.
Why didn't they just leave it as seconds?
I think maybe because it's you just megabyte. If you say I want a megabyte,
Yeah.
That just means you get 2 entrees.
Oh, so you can just get it
the
up
other
front?
stuff you're just getting a normal
Well,
amount, which is
I think we did that
but it's
too.
pretty unlimited.
I
we
think-
could get seconds up front. You
Yeah,
just ask
same.
for seconds at whatever you wanted.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think maybe that's why it was called Megabyte, is because you didn't go back up and get seconds. You were getting the Megabyte at the same time as the original byte.
But
So
either
then
way,
it was like, it doesn't make sense that it's seconds because I'm getting it all at once. I just want more of it right now.
But the thing is, you didn't
I want a
have to
megabyte.
get the mega. Like your first time through, you could just say, "Hey, could I get seconds on this?"
Right.
And for some school entrees,
Yeah,
you'd be like,
that's-
"Nah, we're low," which was always the worst part of having fifth lunch, because you're always so hungry, and then you say, "Can I get seconds?" And like 90% of
Did you
the
have
time,
to
they'd be
pay
like,
extra?
"Yeah, we're low."
You have to pay extra for seconds?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just
Well,
making sure.
like extras in like you got to pay another like $2.
Yeah, I was just making
whatever the second entree costs.
Just making sure. But yeah, that and Ribicue.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of tasted good.
Low key.
And the General Tso chicken
Ooh.
I feel like
was actually pretty good.
we had like a sweet and sour or something. Maybe I might be thinking of Gustavus actually. Never mind. But I think that the meal that I was always most excited for when I saw it was the French toast sticks
Oh yeah.
for lunch. Which, yeah, it's just fun. It's just funny. Like, yep, there's
Yeah.
your meal.
That is true, yeah.
the
Four
school day.
4 chunks of bread.
Yep.
One time.
That's probably not even bread. It's just paste that's been fried.
Yeah.
It's fried paste for lunch.
Yeah, it's pretty good though.
But then we had a la carte also, and they always had fucking like, it felt like it was. I don't know if they served actual cheeseburgers. They definitely served cheeseburgers for some meals, but were these different?
Some days there was just like, here's a burger as well.
Yeah.
On the top.
But there, so a la carte
Bonus
had,
burger.
had these
Bonus
burgers
burger,
in like
megabyte,
the
mega burger.
classic, like the classic
Like holiday burgers.
silver foil, not tin foil, but like the silver wrap,
Where it's
And you're
paper.
like, yeah, and
Yeah.
you're like, wow, this is like a nice, like American made, like oily just chomper that I'm just gonna destroy.
Burger King.
And that
yeah.
Straight
thing,
from the
that
farm,
thing
actually.
slapped after.
Straight from
after
the king of the
lunch.
burgers.
Yeah,
Yeah. Also, one lunch in all my years, it was we had breakfast corn dogs for lunch.
What?
What's a breakfast corn dog?
Breakfast-
Did they just not have like the
I don't know.
actual lunch food?
I guess they had to dip into some other supply. But breakfast corn dogs are pancake batter
Around a sausage.
around a sausage.
They're so good,
And
but
they're
they're so
so-
disgusting.
Good. And
Have you ever
they're
had a McGriddle?
So
Yeah.
good.
So imagine a McGriddle except in a
But-
corn dog shape,
Wow.
so good.
except somehow even more fatty, greasy, and
Right.
just sugary.
Just shit.
Yeah, dude.
and they were so good, incredible.
Wow.
Minnesota legislators, when we were in school, tried to make 2 things qualify as vegetables in school lunches
Can we guess?
in response to Michelle Obama's whole My Plate thing.
Was
Yeah.
one a potato?
It's not potato. Potato almost definitely qualified as a vegetable in the state of Minnesota, based on what these other 2 things are. You're gonna have to go a little bit more
Sausage.
fucked. Nope, not sausage, not cheese.
I was
Cheese
gonna
is
say
the closest
milk,
so
but-
far.
I was gonna say milk, but I don't think
I'm
that
gonna
works.
say
God, I could go for a
One
carton
of them.
milk.
Okay, one of them's not food.
It's not food.
Yeah.
Corn syrup.
No. I mean that's edible.
so. It's not edible.
It was literally
No, it's not an edible thing.
and they tried to.
yeah.
What?
plastic.
No. Okay.
Fucking
Keep
tin
going.
foil?
Just keep giving them to me. Keep giving them to me.
Paper.
I'll do a little. I'll
math
do
homework.
paper.
Yeah, I said
You're getting a
paper.
lot warmer with paper.
I'm gonna do a little hot and cold with you. You're hot. You're piping hot right now with paper, but that's not quite it.
Paper?
What?
Close to paper. Paper
newspaper?
adjacent.
No, what kind of
Plastic
paper?
bag.
No, what kind of paper do you find in an eating scenario?
Napkins.
Napkins. The answer is napkins.
What?
They tried to make napkins
No.
a vegetable?
I think so. Somebody did. The other one I know for guarantee. Can you guess the other one?
Cookies.
Not cookies.
Breakfast
Yes.
pizza. What, actually?
Yeah, pizza.
Pizza, a vegetable.
They tried to make pizza because it has tomato sauce on it,
Oh my god.
which is, as we all know, not a vegetable. It's a
That's
fruit.
true.
But still, I don't know. You can almost see where they're coming from, except that you can't.
Yeah.
Because pizza is nowhere near
No.
qualifying as
Do you-
a vegetable.
Do you have good, like, just lunchtime memories? You know,
Yeah.
so for us, like,
Yeah,
think
I do.
It was 7th or 8th grade. We lost the ability to use. There's a couple things. One was somebody microwaved a cookie because that was in the a la carte, but they microwaved the cookie on the plastic for like 13 minutes. And the microwave's just in the middle of this. It's not even a cafeteria. It's like our auditorium. It's almost connected to the gymnastics room. So, they could just pull down a wall and then all of a sudden they could do the gymnastics. Yeah, the caffeinasium.
Caffeinasium.
But it had
idea.
it had like big steps as well.
Classic.
So you can make it into an auditorium.
Yeah.
And so it's just sitting there at the top and it just smelled like shit in the entire lunchroom.
Melted plastic.
I don't even remember
Burnt
what her name
plastic.
was. But somebody just put that cookie in there for 13 minutes on top of a piece of plastic and it just reeked. So we lost. I don't remember. I think we lost a la carte.
Probably
or we
lost a lot of brain cells.
We might have lost the
true.
bathroom. I found that so surprising. It's
No
like,
bathroom.
no, that was their solution. If anybody did anything bad, no bathroom.
What?
Yeah, they'd be like, oh,
For
there's,
everyone?
there's kids vaping in there and, throughout the day, no bathroom the entire day. That bathroom's just closed, locked.
That particular bathroom.
Yeah. They'd lock certain bathrooms. So it's like,
Wow.
and then there was another time somebody, family-friendly terms, defecated in one of the urinals.
Shat.
Yes, shat even in one of the urinals. So during lunch,
Scatted.
for like a month,
Squarshed.
you couldn't go to the
Deuced.
bathroom if you were a male student because some fucking asshole shit in the fucking in the urinal. All right, well there goes the family-friendly language. My bad.
I think we've already said fuck.
Yeah. No,
All right.
this is not
But
a
anyway, so
family-friendly podcast.
somebody goes to the bathroom in the urinal, and all the rest of us male students can't use the bathroom during lunch because some asshole decided that was their time to shine and went in the urinal. And so the school's number one response every time was just, we're gonna lock the bathroom so you can't use it.
It seems like sometimes it's not even related to the bathroom, too. Like the cookie thing.
Oh,
The
yeah.
cookie has nothing to do with the bathroom. It's just we have to do something, and we don't really want to think about it. So we're just going to lock this bathroom.
And that was it.
And cause suffering.
Yeah, how long do you think that how long do you think they sat in a meeting and were like, this stuff is getting out of hand. We got a melted plastic with cookie in the microwave. We got shit in the urinals. We got vapors running rampant.
Vaping
What do we
rampant.
do?
I think it's time we lock the bathroom.
How long
think
did they sit there to come up with
We
a
gotta when
with that solution?
these kids piss their fucking pants, then
show
they'll
'em.
learn. That'll show them. Then they'll learn their lesson.
It's so funny. It's like a schoolyard bully's way to solve like conflict. It's like they're so engrossed in like the school universe that the only way they know how to punish people is by like through means of bully punishment.
Here
Yeah.
was the greatest part of it, though, is for Gustavus, we toured to Waconia, when we were freshmen and also our senior year. And both times, the bathroom closest to the auditorium, because that's where we were sitting out for our, playing music and whatever, was locked. So you have a college touring and they can't even use the bathroom because you've locked it off because high schoolers are vaping in it.
Why does that why does that happen? Why is that
Because
a
that's
thing?
where the vaping lives.
But you just
Vaping.
lock the fucking bathroom?
Yeah, so you just go to a different bathroom and
that's where
vape
the vaping
there.
lives.
That's what I never understood.
Like, what
It's
does
like,
that
what was the plan?
Yeah, that doesn't solve anything.
You just go off to the other bathroom. And it was always the worst because they added an entire section to our school. And they only added one bathroom. And the music section was like as far away as possible. So there were some days where you just desperately needed to go and you had to walk like an extra 200 feet to get to a bathroom because they would always have that one locked because it was next to the shop. I'm not trying to attack any shop kids, but they were the infamous nicotine
The shop kids,
absorbers.
The shop kids need to take 5 sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way that other kids just don't.
Yeah, exactly.
No
smoke break.
little smoke break.
So we'd always just
they're
be sitting
inhaling
there
they're inhaling the fumes in the shop, and then they got to go inhale the fumes.
Clear the system.
They got to clear the system
with the nicotine.
with the tar.
The good tar. The good tar.
Yeah.
You guys did either of you ever have like the school-wide punishments similar to locking bathrooms? Is this just Waconia exclusive?
I don't think so.
You guys never had like
Henry? I
a
don't
full
know if you
school
remember.
punishment or like a full class punishment for something?
No way. I feel like our school's small.
Turn on your
enough
mic.
for a few on the mic. It was both. I feel like we had a small enough school to where if you did something dumb, somebody would tattle on you, and they would know.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that was kind of the thing too, but it's like even if you told on that one person, they'd get like a tiny punishment and then it would just be like fuck you for the day. It was always just like
Yeah, I feel like
much
me and my
bigger punishment
me and
than
my
just one
friends
person.
usually got pretty special treatment. Didn't get to, like, there was always fuckery going on in the lunchroom and whatever, and the lunchroom teachers just liked us, and like by the end of high school, like we'd go eat our lunch in a classroom with our favorite teacher or whatever, shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that our school actually was super lax, not always in a good way. Like, didn't handle conflict very well, didn't handle problems very well, didn't lock the bathrooms nearly and often enough.
So you're saying you needed more bathroom locking?
We need more bathroom locking. No, I don't know. I think it's all wrong. Whether choosing to ignore problems or solve them with locking the bathrooms, those are two different stupid things to do in the face of children who are just having a hard go of it.
Right.
You know?
It's the horseshoe theory. You know, you get so far to one side, you're just adjacent to the other side.
Well, it's just not everything is a line, you know?
Yeah.
Some things are triangles, squares, even pentagons of choices and options and spectra. Yeah.
I'd like to drop a quick shout out to the chat here. Remember, if you say anything about the new thing that's appeared on the table, we'll be opening it. If not, we'll never open it.
Yeah.
So, please, my curiosity is killing me. That's all I have to say.
Did you guys have any crazy altercations?
Just say cracker open. Altercations?
In high school?
Yeah, involving me?
No, not
Oh,
necessarily.
my favorite was my AP
yes.
Gov class.
Absolutely. You go first.
So our AP Gov class, we had the day that will live in infamy. So from day one, here's the best part of it, is there were probably 2 people in that class that would have at the time identified as Republican. This is 2018. But there was a strict line divided in the middle of the class from day one of people that would argue one way and people that would argue the other way. And there was just one day where a topic came up and it just blew up in the classroom.
Wow.
And this teacher was an absolute shitlord. And so he would just let it happen. Like, it was like a yelling argument in our class because he just thought it was productive, you know? He's like, we're in a government class, you know, they're arguing. Like, yeah, this is debate. They're going to solve their issues. So the best part of this class was lunch was in the middle. So we
had to go to lunch and fucking fume and fester.
Yep. So there was
with no resolution.
We had
you
this
come back
huge argument.
Your hands purple, ready to punch.
Thankfully, it didn't get to that point. It went the opposite, where we all thought about it and we were like, what did we just do? What are we doing here? Why are we all arguing about this? And so it was an entire day's worth of this government class where we had arguing for the first half, then we all went to lunch, and then we all came back, and it was just like a group hug session, and just like, hey, I didn't mean it like this. It was like group therapy. And I'm like, as a teacher, shouldn't you be controlling this? Like, this guy that was our government teacher, what is he doing? Like, I can't tell if he taught me a good lesson or a bad lesson, because, yeah, everything got resolved, and we kind of, like, got past that whole issue, but also, it was an entire day wasted on something that was absolutely pointless.
I feel like he probably could have been better coaching his students in communication styles. You know, more respectful communication styles, it sounds like.
I get that.
Anyway, yeah, this is me. I'm rating your high school experiences and your high school things. So keep them coming.
Me and Preston's favorite teacher told us when we were on our way out, sorta, that it was her job as a social studies educator to slowly reveal how fucked the world is. Basically, I don't think she said fucked, but like that, sort of to that sentiment of like, I don't know, you know, 7th grade social studies is a little different than 12th grade social studies is a little different to college level, you know, investigation of history and reality, you know. Now with that said, I will talk about my altercation story. It's completely unrelated, but that thought popped into my brain. There's a story, there's a piece of lore from my friend group experience. So one of our friends, we were in health class. I believe I was in this class. If I wasn't, then the story was so pungent and told and retold so many times that it feels like I was there. But I think I was. So this kid would crack his back using the back of the desk, right? Using the desk. The classic old desk where it's
that's just the best back crack.
Just the best back crack ever. The best back crack ever. And he would do it, and the girl who sat behind him would get mad. And because it was just upsetting to her sensory whatever needs, and she wouldn't articulate that very well. She would just whatever. And one day, just out of nowhere, first crack of the day, she just goes off and is just yelling. And our friend, the guy, turns back and he says, hey, chill, it's all right, chill. And he's just like saying, chill out, it's okay, chill out. And she says, tell me to chill one more time.
Jesus.
And there's a beat. And he says, just chill. And she fucking wails on him. Just decks him in the face, you know, because he's hands up. She just absolutely just socks him. It doesn't hurt him very badly, but like it was insane. It was amazing. I don't know. I can't explain it.
That's crazy.
There's always something. It's not even about the fight. It's about the just seeing one person just get smacked, just get rocked.
Yeah,
when you're
crazy.
sitting there in class, it's
was
just
in health class.
awe-inspiring.
It was in health class, and I don't know where the teacher was or what she was doing, but
What were you learning about? Do you remember? Was it relationships?
probably just, you know, penis, vagina stuff.
Yeah, that classic game. Classic high school game.
Classic high school game of penis vagina.
I don't know. Maybe something about drugs and. It's probably on Molly Day, honestly.
Nice.
That probably
So
happened.
is she.
That probably happened on
That
Molly
was my
Day.
favorite thing about health
Molly
class
Day.
is, you know, you'd spend a week on whatever, you'd spend something else, you'd spend a week on something else. And then you'd spend like a month on drugs where they go in depth into every drug and what it does to your body.
I don't even remember though, because I mean, growing up and out and through high school, it was at least misleading, right?
Oh, 100%.
For what? What do you mean?
Because they can't tell you what is less bad. You know? They can't tell you what is actually a little bit less bad.
Yeah, it's like it's the idea that like they'll demonize marijuana as much as they demonize meth. You know,
And then when
it's,
somebody
it's
does
an illicit
and then,
drug, you
and
can't
then
do
when
any of that.
someone does marijuana and it's chill as fuck and whatever, then they think, what else have they been lying to me about? I gotta get at these.
Meth isn't that bad.
I gotta get at these amphetamines.
Yeah, true.
No, exactly.
I don't think it's
good
that
stuff.
cut and dry, but like, I don't know. They're not. They're
It
not
does kinda
open. They're
feel
not
like
on.
that.
Yeah.
You see this is what this person looks like after having drugs for this long, and then you're like, well, you said I'd look like this if I did this, but I don't. So what if I did this? And
Then you do.
the thing
And
is,
then
you
you
spend
do.
an entire month doing it. I think the way that we do drug education is wrong.
Give it to them. That's how you do
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
The
Make
best
them
way to
try it.
learn is to do.
Figure
We're
it
just
out for
gonna
yourself, kids.
We're gonna start
You
shooting
know,
high schoolers up
don't-
with black tar heroin.
Don't let
That's the
those
goal.
teachers
It's Meth Monday.
tell you
the
how
first
you
Monday
should
of the
feel.
month. First Monday of the month, school-wide drug test.
Take
Not
a
a drug
look.
test where they
Mandatory
test you
drug
for
test.
drugs.
Make sure.
You're testing out drugs.
Oh, I thought they were gonna say they test you to make sure that it's in your system.
To make sure that it's in your system. Yeah, for sure. Anyways, I want to go back to my story a little bit. I'm sure that this girl is like, I'm on her side, honestly, because he did say chill again after a warning, and like, I'm sure she wasn't getting the resources or love that she needed to not be aggressive and whatever. But it was a funny moment.
That's amazing.
And yeah.
Nate,
Well.
what was the top Benson memory?
So, as you can imagine, middle of nowhere, farm country, doesn't have a lot of violence, just because of the sheer lack of students. But there was one. There's like two, but one that really stood out. So basically, I think it's right after lunch, towards the end of lunch. Everybody's kind of like going back to their lockers, getting books, going to class, whatever. And I'm sitting against my locker, and all of a sudden I hear like this like shouting, and it's actually like one of the dude's names, I still remember. His name was Angel. Ironic. And basically they were probably, I was sitting against the locker. They were in I don't know, maybe me to like the window over there, away, like that far away from me. And this other kid, he's like, basically this Angel kid is yelling at this other guy. He's like just trying to like egg him on, rile him up, whatever. And basically the other kid finally bites and turns around and just absolutely just slams one home on his jaw.
Just fucks him.
And yeah, it was pretty rough. There was blood, and yeah, it was a brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was good.
I
There was
mean,
nothing beyond that. It was just one kid trying to get under another skin.
Yeah, it was actually kind of crazy. Like one
is
dude
crazy, yeah.
was just like, I think they had beef before for some reason. Like I feel like there were multiple fights with these two.
it feels like the floor for violence is a lot higher at your school than it was for my school. My school had violence in abundance.
Let's say,
Just like little fights, little.
Oh yeah.
for me, I just had the mortal
brawls.
enemy. There was just one kid. If he said anything that was, got to my bad side, he disrespected me in the past, I'd go in on him. His name was
Shit.
Scott Bethke.
Oh my god,
punch
him?
the
Dude became
name
a-
drop on it.
Dude became a horse jockey, probably much richer than I have ever been since, and probably has also wasted all of that financial gain.
Yeah, he did.
He was an individual.
If he hasn't already, he's
That's
going
all
to
I
in
have
the
to
future.
say. He was an individual.
Yeah, we had a kid at our school who was 18 years old and assaulted everyone's least favorite assistant principal.
Hey, I mean, if he's the least favorite, I'm pretty sure the school
went
was
to
backing
jail.
him up.
He went to jail,
All right.
but this assistant principal, everybody hated him. Everybody
Damn.
hated him. He was a fucker. He had been in an affair with another school's with our school's hockey coach, and
Damn.
like whatever. And that was like just coming out. I don't think that's why the kid
Did we all have?
beat his ass.
It was his mom.
Did everybody make
I don't
shirts
think
that
it
were
was
just like
mom.
free whatever his
Right.
name was? Just,
Like-
like get him out of jail.
But it was sort of a thing where like, I'm sure Mr. Scott said something
Right.
stupid.
Like they all
or-
side with the kid.
I mean, I gotta.
I mean,
know.
in what situation are you siding with the teacher?
You're
'Cause
18 years
there's-
old. You're a full grown. He's a big dude. He was a big dude. He was like a year older than me, I think. And I never knew him or anything. It was a big school. But I knew of him. And yeah, I guess he seemed like somebody who could ostensibly want to beat somebody's ass. And if you're gonna want to beat somebody's ass, I can't imagine a better person than Mr. Scott.
Mr. Scott. Poor
Yeah.
man.
All right, and with that, Tyler, it's time to open your present.
What?
Who said it?
Disgusting rat boy.
Oh, disgusting
Thanks.
rat boy.
Who is
I think I
that?
know who that
Thanks.
is. All right. You asked
go, guys.
for it.
This
Here we
is-
go. The big reveal. This is going to be a home present. We'll get to see what it is before you do. All right. Well, it's a brown cardboard
Oh my
box. We've got a brown cardboard box. Here we go. I'm going to set this down. Nate, you're going to help me here. Yeah, does that sound good over there? I hope you all like this noise of just... Oh, wow. And the
we
cardboard
go.
just tears open. Nate, you got to get that side. All right. My curiosity.
Oh my
Wow,
god!
is that a blanket?
Holy shit!
Holy. Okay.
I'm giving a little ASMR.
Wow.
Is it really a weighted blanket?
Would you look
Yeah.
at that? It's the quality weighted blanket.
That's hard.
It's a 20-pound, 60 by 80
All right,
gray blanket.
get it out.
Let's
Can we-
open this up
can we
right now.
Okay.
Can we put it over ourselves and snuggle?
Yeah,
All right,
let's
so it's
all
all right. That hurt really bad
right,
trying
let's
to open
knock
that.
over all these.
Oh, I'm gonna knock
glasses,
over
too.
every glass right onto the weighted blanket
Awesome.
right when we open it up.
I'm gonna sleep with this tonight.
And the winner of this
that dangerous?
blanket is
Yeah, this is going out to one of y'all in the chat. First one to
Disgusting
guess
rat
my
boy.
social security
Oh,
number
wow.
gets
It's
it.
interesting.
Oh my!
Is it heavy?
This is really heavy.
Holy shit! Wait, can't be the long way. Is this the long way?
I don't know which way it is. You might just
It
have
really
to cuddle
doesn't.
into me.
Yeah, it really doesn't
Hey,
seem like.
I think we were possibly watching Kung Fu Panda tonight, and I think that this will make a great addition to my
This is how we're doing
collection.
the podcast. from
Shout out
now
to
on.
Jen. Yeah, we all cuddle under the weighted
You have enough?
blanket.
I think I have a little bit.
Here, I
I can squeeze a little bit.
Give it a little bit.
I'm a little slim right now.
That's good.
Wow,
Yeah, pull.
this is weighty.
That's weighty.
Like, here's the thing: when you say weighted blanket, I'm like, yeah, that sounds. It's gonna be weighted. But like 20 pounds. This doesn't feel like 20 pounds. This feels like 50. Like, this thing is heavy. I feel like there's some secret
Yeah,
lie.
total?
This is nice.
Yeah, there's no way that it's in total 20 pounds.
I think that it's 20 pounds, but because it's so big, it's kind of unwieldy.
Yeah, the distributed
To
weight.
get a good hold on those 20 pounds is a little bit tricky.
This is
Anyways.
wild. Thank you to Disgusting Rat Boy.
Yeah.
I know who you are. I know where you sleep. Thank you, though. This is one hell of a blanket.
This is wonderful. I
Skadoosh.
are you all familiar? Have you experienced weighted blankets before?
I have.
Yeah, I have.
I'm fairly new to them.
They're nice.
They're nice.
They're
It's,
pleasing.
it's like getting a hug, It
Yeah.
really calms you down.
Yeah, I think it has a nice, good effect for a little bit, and then I have to take a break
Yes.
from the
Yes,
weighted
definitely.
blanketness.
I always the thing. So I already have enough trouble pulling up, getting blankets where I want them to be when I'm sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like a weighted one it just makes it that much harder. So that's why
Oh, yeah, 'cause
It's
You're-
really not. I really
you're
don't think it's.
fighting.
I really don't think it's for sleep. I don't think it's good for you for sleep purposes, or really built for that.
yeah. I don't think I'd
It's
want
built.
to.
I think it's really, really designed to watch Kung Fu Panda.
True.
Moody says that's my sister's ex-boyfriend's blanket.
Hey, thank
Does that mean
you
we? Does that
to
mean
your
we have to
sister's
give it back,
ex-boyfriend.
or
Yeah, do
No,
we get
this
to
is
keep
ours.
this? Or?
No,
Is ours?
it's the ex-boyfriend's. So
All right, it's never going back. Hey, if we ever get his name, I'm not saying we'll bust his kneecaps, but if
We
I see him
might.
in public, I might.
it's fine?
we might.
Wow,
Thank you.
this is almost too calming.
What's our time right now,
Like
Henry?
I'm just here to relax now.
I don't know where that is.
Guys, new producer in the studio.
Henry,
Yeah, we should.
Detmeyer.
102.
Oh, there you
we've
go.
been going for over an hour.
That's why I'm just my brain is empty.
I'm just like,
I think
it
I
feels like
think-
it's been an hour.
As soon as an hour went by, we sat back,
No,
we
literally.
snuggled in, and we said, "All right, where's the after
Yeah.
hours vibes?"
Oh, Henry's
It's
getting
not-
in. Our producer's coming in here.
So Henry Detmeyer, everybody.
Hey, let's hear a
You've
round of
seen him.
applause.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Came in early season 2.
He
We'll snuggle in.
Back in
Um,
again.
he has moved in to John's room.
Indeed.
John has unfortunately passed away.
He's deceased.
Henry has taken all of his possessions and
Traveled on to the great land we all know as Faribault.
the great beyond. But yeah, so Henry is now our new roommate, and you'll be seeing more of him. But yeah,
Yeah.
any
That's
words?
who I am.
Any words?
Moved in, cleaned the place up. That's it.
All right.
all I
I also
got.
don't know
Was
if you're in frame,
inaugurated
but-
as king.
I am.
And yeah, believe it or not, I don't live here.
Yeah, Patrick doesn't live here.
Believe it or not, or actually,
Ripley's, believe it or not.
Ripley's, believe it or not, we're actually in my bedroom right now. If you can
Yeah.
believe
Oh.
that. Yeah, this is my bedroom.
Wow.
now.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
That's right. I've spent about as much time here as I have my actual home where I live.
But
in the last
legally, that's a joke.
5 months. Well, I guess I don't know. None of my things are here, except for a bag of goodies, a bag of tricks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what defines where somebody lives? What truly defines that?
Yeah, Patrick is not a place. It's a people.
We're gonna define Patrick
I love Asgard.
in After Hours.
We are Groot.
We may or may not still be under this blanket when you join us in 5 minutes for After Hours after we return.
And I have a good idea for the segment tonight on After Hours, so
great.
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, you have to watch the live show in order to watch After Hours. Yeah. Also, this is the last podcast on Twitch. So all of y'all who are watching on YouTube who are like, I don't want to make a Twitch account because whatever, it's too hard. I don't want to, whatever. You won't have to. It'll be on YouTube. You can use your YouTube account and you can watch us live there.
Subscribe. Hit that little bell icon.
Everybody who's been a follower, subscriber on Twitch, thank you for all that you've done.
Yeah.
You truly keep LooneyBin alive.
That's true.
Especially when Twitch doesn't give any of the money that we've raised from this anyways to us.
Oh.
So it's those numbers that keep counting.
Yep.
It's what keeps us here.
Yep.
Without you, we die in a snowbank.
That's true.
And with that,
see you in 5 minutes for After Hours.
See you in 5 minutes.
Good night.
Starting
All right.
now.
Starting.
Love you. Rock on.